Welcome to Honest Tool Reviews. I have a different kind of video for you today, but it's based on the honor system. I got me a Henry 4570 rifle, and it's so nice and it's downright pretty. So I honestly hate to shoot it. I come up with a solution for that. I didn't actually have to shoot the gun. I could shoot a gun like the gun. I went and I bought a gun similar to the 4570 Henry. And when I did, I literally bought a children's toy so that I could shoot it in the backyard. I don't want to go all the way to another town to shoot a gun. And I figured this is probably about the only thing I can shoot in this particular backyard. When I bought it, there was also a piece of paper with it that said to be sure to leave a review of the purchase. So I did. I left a review. It's a very nice gun. It may not be perfectly exactly the same as the gun in question, but it's a very nice, fake, cheap child's toy. And I think for so many of us growing up before this generation, we've probably had a BB gun before, or a pellet gun. I do have a pellet gun that they advertise for squirrel hunting, and eventually I'll get around to doing a review on that. But today, due to the honor system, I have to do a review on the Barra cowboy BB gun, because when I saw the piece of paper that said they would send you a knife if you do a review, I really liked the knife. So I gave them a good little review, and I didn't know what to say. So I bluntly and honestly told them that I have a tools review channel and that I would be doing a much more in-depth review of the Barra on my channel later on, to be sure to catch me at Honest Tool Reviews. They have sent me the knife, and I honestly did not expect them to send it to me. It's a really nice knife. So today I will be doing the review for my self-respect, dignity, and honesty. This is the Barra 1.77 BB gun, pellet gun. It does shoot both, supposedly. So I keep all of my guns now. As people can tell, I have moved yet again. I am finally back home with my parents while I stack up enough money to go out and buy a house outright. Not that that's anybody's business, but yes, I know I keep moving, and the more I keep moving, the harder it is to do tool review channel reviews, but I am almost there. I am almost to my goal to save the money I need to buy me a house straight cash, and I will be back on the road to owning what I need, and I will be able to have a shop and pull out tools and do reviews on just any kind of tool, whether it be a welder or an electric screwdriver or a drill or a flashlight kit. At first glance, from way back here, without seeing any of the details, you might have seen a lever action Henry in any caliber and thought this is the gold colored, brass plated Henry rifle. It does look a lot like it, that's why I bought it. Getting more in depth though, the Barra is in fact a pellet gun. You load the pellets here. As a matter of fact, there's a couple spilling out now. It has a rather long lever on the lever action. I'm sure that's something to do with the specific function on the inside. It has a artificial bolt action system here that is actually necessary in order to fire the gun. You have to have this closed to pump the air. With it open, it will not hold air. that was something they said in the little booklet that came with it. So it's not a design defect. That's not something about it that's broken. It's designed that way on purpose. You pull it all the way back and it latches open. It also releases the BB system from the inside here to allow one BB through. And then you can close it back up, loaded with the BB. You don't have to handle your bullets. The tube-fed system is not active or anything like that. They literally just sit on the back side. And then in order to shoot, you have to also pull back the hammer. There should be a red dot on both sides showing that it is officially dangerous, safety is off, ready to fire. Now, I did not pump this up. I will proceed to go ahead and do so. The booklet that came with it suggested a 10 pump maximum. So I will go ahead and give it a 10 pump maximum and give my first honest opinion of the first shot. About 4 feet to a bag of soil. Well, it looks like it used to be a tarp, but it's no longer a tarp. And it's serving the function of a bag. So before I shoot this, I'd like to go ahead and give a couple little extra details that you might be more interested in if you found this when typing in the Barra cowboy gun, curious about buying one and not just looking through my tool review channel. So the Barra air rifle, it's labeled Barra air guns right here, has the lever air control fake bolt mechanism set up. I'm sure there's a number of guns designed this way, but this particular make and model is lever action. It does have the air shut off bolt. It does have the pellet. The pellet feed is from here. You'd have to put it in behind the bolt. The BBs are stored on the back side between here and here. It is not wood grain. It is plastic to look like wood grain. And they did a fairly good job considering it is in fact plastic. 1866 on the butt of it. All of this is plastic. Everything is pretty much plastic. What little metal they have is on the inside. The gun does in fact say it was made in China, not America, even though it's advertised as the cowboy gun, and you would think that it was an American-made product. It is not. It does in fact come with a very long serial number right across the side of it. I'm curious as to who would steal it and who would go through the process of specifically reporting this particular product missing to the law enforcement and their insurance to cover the cost or whatever to replace it. But so far, it looks like they have taken all necessary steps to make a high quality children's toy. So let's see what my impression of the first shot is. Okay, well, let's put this down very carefully. Now again, bear with me with all of this because I've never done a review of a toy gun before. But I shot the plastic from maybe 10 feet, 12 feet, 8 feet. Wasn't very far at all. You can kind of see a little ripple right here where it may have torn a piece of the plastic. It's a weaved plastic. So it probably just hit the weakest little piece, popped, but the bullet clearly didn't go through. It was not a very strong gun. I didn't hit it, but from here to here, that's, in all honesty, that may just be 10 feet, because that's probably double my height. But it could still be deadly. It could still be dangerous. You could still get hurt with that. You shoot yourself in the foot. I do believe that would hurt. But clearly you're not going to go out and hunt with this thing. Let's take a couple extra shots. So that cocks it back. You do that little number right there. You've loaded it. Okay. I'd like to interject for a second and make a statement, if I will. Yes, I'm a grown man. I'm a mechanic at a factory. I'm playing with a child's toy. I figured this was the safest thing I could shoot around the house. And we have goats and chickens back here because my parents are Southern. That's just our lifestyle. And because of that, I still enjoy shooting guns and plinking. I don't see anything wrong with a smaller caliber. If you enjoy shooting for the sake of shooting, I would suggest getting a BB gun or pellet gun of a safe size and power for shooting in your backyard if your local town or community will allow such. Or if you live in the country, screw them because you're in the country. For a lot of you, you've never seen my face before. Just try to completely overlook me. I look a lot younger than I feel. And I don't intend for that to be a problem on my channel. So far, my first shot was the second shot I have made out of this entirely. I took the first shot a couple days ago when I first bought it, and just to make sure that it shot. Because when you buy something from a place like Walmart, you want to make sure that you're getting something that works. I only paid $65 for it or something like that. Maybe $62 and then taxes. I don't really entirely. I didn't pay attention. I should have, but I got a nice knife that was worth the price of the gun. Let's take a second shot. They got me. They got me because the hammer won't cock back. Okay. Let's put this down. Okay. Let's take a look now. I hit in a very less ideal position. Still no damage, but that's okay. Can't say I was buying it for being a powerful gun. So, as far as a review goes, I usually give a review 1 out of 5. And of the review that I give, I usually try to never give 5-star reviews. I try not to be that biased. Nothing's ever perfect. And in the case of the Barra, I'm going to shock y'all because usually I'm giving pretty good reviews. And I actually sound like I like it a bit, and I do. I'm going to give this 2 out of 5. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because I'm an adult and I'm giving an adult review. For a child, it doesn't even matter what my review is because it's a toy and they will love it. A child would give it 5 out of 5. As a grown man, for plinking in the backyard. I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 because it doesn't do enough damage at 10 feet for me to adequately see what I have shot. For an adult guy plinking in the backyard, it almost gives off the appearance that it's safe. And I feel that that's dangerous for it to look safe. For the fact that it won't put a hole in anything, someone might be like, well, hey, I'm just going to shoot you with it because they've been drinking or whatever, and this is not legally a firearm. And next thing you know, you're going to the ER trying to get a bullet or a BB or a pellet, taken out of your side. So don't play with toys. Treat them the same way that you would a regular firearm. But this one comes across safe, and I think that's dangerous. So I'm taking a star off for the safety, and I'm taking a star off for the lack of power. But otherwise it would get a 4-star review if it wasn't for them two things. But it's a high quality of design imagery. It looks a lot like the Henry 4570 that I own, a lot like it. The only differences are the portions that make it functional. And with that, I'm pretty much done with my review because I've given it the 2 out of 5 stars, which in all fairness would be at best 4 stars and at worst 1 star. It's got 2 stars because it could be stronger, and it isn't safe because it's not stronger. So that is my honest opinion of this gun. I'm gonna go wrap it back up in the gun sock and stick it back in the almost infinite looking gun case of mine. Oh look, a dragonfly. Oh well. I hope y'all remember to have a great day and stay safe out there. If you've watched this to the very end, and feel free to comment, please keep in mind I am doing this review under duress because I was given a knife. That is the first time I've ever been given anything for a review, and I typically genuinely do not like to mix money with my reviews of things. So they did not pay off my review. They gave me a knife for my review to them. You can find my review on their website under the name Justin with the last letter A. And I don't believe it sounds too much different from this, but I added that you could watch this video on Honest Tools Reviews. And so that's why I'm here. That's why the video is up. Please don't be too harsh with me about this video on YouTube. I'm just upholding my end of the deal because it was a really nice knife, and this is a one-time thing. I will not be bought for my opinion. I will not be bribed, and as far as I can tell, there's still no videos that have advertisements on them. I will not be advertising on my videos. This is just me giving my blunt opinion with my blunt experience on things. And this particular video breaks all of my rules because I did get a knife, and I have not had this a year. I have not used this a year. This is literally the 3rd time I've handled this toy gun. So please keep those things in mind when watching, reviewing, commenting. This is literally the least serious review I have ever given anything that I've reviewed. But that is my honest opinion though, and I've left everything out on the table. Y'all know about the knife, y'all know about the company sending it to me. Y'all see it here, y'all saw me shoot it, y'all saw I kind of lacked some enthusiasm with it. Y'all understand why I've purchased it, and that's really it. If you want to comment that you've got one or something similar, tell us about your experience with it. I'm sure some of you are going to say I would never ever buy a toy gun. I would just move to a place where I can shoot my guns. That's not always the case of what you can do and what you will do. So I will be moving as soon as I can find me a house and purchase it and get me a nice shop. and I will return to regular tool reviews. In the meantime, if you're actually wondering, well, where the hell is all of his tools at? I have them in storage in a storage unit that has no power. So, not really gonna get a lot of good tool reviews out of that because you can't see in there, and I'd be in the way standing around to review tools. So, we'll see. We'll see. And thank you. And if you have any questions, let us know.